Hello all, it's your girl Tiffany, Metamorphosis Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one who isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. If y'all would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign, so please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. Remember that this reading can apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be pertaining to you or any and everyone in between that you may or may not know. With that being said, guys, we're going to get started. I do hope y'all are doing well and feeling well, as I said. I do hope you all can hear me clearly because I'm in my room and I have my fan on right now, guys. Okay, so let's get into it. Your overall messages are as follows. So we have stubbornness, strategy, mask, disturbance, family. Okay, guys, someone who is very stubborn, okay, a very selfish individual, arrogant individual, narcissistic individual, okay, is being very stubborn about something. Okay, this person is so stubborn that they are still strategizing, they're still plotting, planning, scheming, trying to set something up in some type of way. Okay, there could even be multiple persons involved in this as we look at the mask card here. Okay, because these are individuals who are cloaking themselves, concealing themselves. They're wearing a mask. They're not who they appear to be. So these are individuals who on the surface, they act, they walk and talk a certain type of way, but behind the scenes, they're involved in some very sinister things. Okay, the mask they wear is because they are Decepticons. They are full of deception. They are pretenders, fakers, fronters, stunters, okay, type of individuals who are very inconsistent as well. Spirit is saying that these individuals could be dealing with some type of disturbance of some kind here. Okay, this is like supernatural disturbance. Okay, these individuals could be under demonic possession in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Okay, we can also be talking about persons in your family, okay, or your family is connected to this. Okay, so this, we could definitely be speaking about an in particular person within your family collective, okay, or multiple persons in your family, or who is supposedly related to you. Okay, either your actual family, someone you consider to be family, or someone maybe that you once had a bond with or was close to, or a family, okay, family member. Okay, I am seeing collaboration at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I do feel like we are speaking of someone in particular. However, there are multiple people involved here with collaboration here. Okay, so whoever this stubborn individual is, they're in a collaboration. They're in some type of team, some type of group, collaborated with others for what's going on here. Okay, there's some type of unity amongst this congregation of people, group of people, team of people. Spirit is saying, to clarify stubbornness, we have fire. To clarify strategy, we have cover up. To clarify mask, we have fraud. To clarify disturbance is revenge. And to clarify family, we have abuse / neglect, guys. Okay, so whoever this stubborn, arrogant, narcissistic, selfish individual, they could be a fire sign collective, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo individual. Okay, the plots, the plans, the schemes, the mind readings, the position, the predicting, the setup of some kind, it has to do with a cover up. So these people are strategizing, they're plotting and planning and scheming on how to cover up something. Spirit is saying. Okay, why? Because these individuals who are wearing a mask, these pretenders, these fakers, okay, who are wearing a mask because they're full of deception, partook in some type of fraud here. Okay, so there's some type of cover up. This cover up has to do with some type of fraud collective. Spirit is saying. Okay, These people are disturbed as well. Like I said, it seems as if like something supernatural is happening with them. Like this really seems like demonic possession or something like that. Okay, maybe even mind control or something like that. But these disturbed individuals, they wanted some type of revenge, okay, on you, collective, which is quite interesting. Okay, how is it that you are the stubborn one? You are the one who's plotting, planning, and scheming against someone else. You are the one who is wearing a mask and is Decepticon, the fake, the phony, the fraudulent, two-faced backstabber who is involved in some type of cover-up pertaining to some type of fraud, but you want revenge on someone else. Okay, maybe you can make it make sense, collective. Okay, but that is what's going on here. These disturbed as individuals want some type of revenge, sought out some type of revenge against you. Okay, your family has partook in abusing you, neglecting you, abandoning you, rejecting you, alienating you, mistreating you. Okay, in more ways than one, spirit is saying. Okay, bottom of the deck, I'm seeing man-made disaster here. Okay, so as we know, a man-made disaster is basically a chaotic or tragic or disastrous situation that actual persons plotted, planned, schemed, set up, orchestrated, organized to happen. Okay, we have the Five of Fire here, the Magician, the Ten of Earth, the Hierophant, the Ten of Air. There's a lot of jealousy, envy, hatred, spitefulness, and competition here, collective. Okay? This stubborn fire sign here, selfish fire sign here, arrogant, egotistical, narcissistic fire sign here, they could be very jealous, envious, or intimidated by you, in competition with you, want some type of retaliation, punishment, or payback or revenge on you. Okay? They're plotting, they're planning, they're scheming, they're strategizing on how to cover up something here. Someone could be like a witch or warlock. Somebody could be using, there could be a witch or warlock involved in something, collective. Okay, these individuals could be into the occult, the dark arts. Somebody is definitely a divination abuser. Somebody is abusing divination by way of manipulation in an effort to manifest what it is that they want. Okay, I feel like they're using every element, every tool that they have available to them in an effort to maliciously manifest something for their own ill will, spirit is saying. Okay, these individuals who, these deceptive individuals who are wearing a mask that partook in some type of fraud, collective, this fraud has to do with a large amount of wealth, with the Ten of Earth here, which is the Ten of Coins here. Okay, so the Ten of Coins is about wealth, okay, or generational wealth. It can speak to legacies, one's birthright, one's lineage. It can speak to privilege, estates, and different things as such here. Okay, it is a large windfall of money. These individuals committed some type of fraud in an effort to get a large amount of money here. Okay, this disturbed individual who wants some type of revenge, who sought out some type of revenge against you, is in this Hierophant energy here. Okay, somebody could hold a position, title, or role within the church. And if not, they have some type of position of leadership, rulership, power, or authority in some way, shape, form, or fashion here, okay? With this Hierophant energy here. So whoever is in this Hierophant energy, this person is dealing with some type of disturbance, okay? They could be dealing with the supernatural, under demonic possession in some type of way. Some type of demon could be riding the back of this person or something like that, or what have you. But due to the disturbance that this person is disturbed in some type of way, which is why they are hell-bent on getting some type of revenge here. Okay, and this person's revenge, this person's actions that they are taking is all out of jealousy, envy, hatred, spitefulness, and competition here. Okay, this person committed some type of fraud, so they're trying to cover up this fraud, but they're also trying to get some type of revenge on you by abusing you and neglecting you, even having other people within the family to abuse you and neglect you. This is a money-hungry gold digger who is materialistic and greedy, who want this wealth for themselves. And obviously, whatever this Ten of Pentacles is, it must have belonged to you. Because otherwise, why would this person be jealous or envious of you in some type of way? Why would this person want a revenge on you so badly, to want to abuse you or neglect you or abandon you or sabotage you so bad in such a way, if this Ten of Earth did not belong to you? Okay? And this is the reason for the Ten of Air here, clarifying family and abuse and neglect here. The Ten of Air is sabotage. It's betrayal. It's ultimate betrayal. Sabotage. It's ruin. It's fatal endings. It's disloyalty. You have been stabbed in the back by this person, as well as many other people that they are in collaboration with, and any other persons that they have recruited. They have been cruel to you. They have been brutal to you. They have been evil towards you, Spirit is saying. Yeah. They wanted you seen as a failure. They wanted you to have a breakdown, or they wanted you there to be a dead end when it comes to you. They wanted to ultimately betray you unto death. Okay? Five of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, collective. So the Five of Swords is all about conflict, defeat, hostility, plot twists, and abuse. And we've already spoke to the abuse and the neglect that you have endured as it relates to these individuals who are involved here, Spirit is saying. Spirit, clarify the stubbornness, fire, and the Five of Fire here. So I'm seeing the Ten of Wands here. This person, whoever this fire sign is, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, this person is still very stubborn, very arrogant, very narcissistic, very selfish, okay? They still have this flaming passion of hatred towards you, jealousy, envy, competition towards you, wanting retaliation, punishment, payback, revenge on you. But this person is really overwhelmed, overworked, overloaded, dealing with burdens and hardships and problematic situations, feeling stressed and overwhelmed by this situation here. We have the Three of Coins here, on strategy, cover up with the Magician here. So this could definitely be some type of cult, coven, or secret society that this team, this group collaborates within. And they're all collaborated together for the purposes of money. This is the reason why they're all coming together, putting their heads together, strategizing, plotting, and planning, and scheming, trying to figure out how they can cover up what they have done to you, collective, as well as this fraud. Okay? Spirit, clarify mask, fraud, and the Ten of Earth. So I'm seeing the Ten of Swords again. These people ultimately betrayed you in an effort to steal this sudden wealth. Okay? And commit this fraud. Yeah, Ten of Cups here. There's a whole family dynamic, multiple families involved in this, collective. Yeah, I'm seeing the Seven of Coins here. These individuals put forth a lot of time, energy, effort, and hard work, investment in instilling this, taking this. Spirit, clarify mask, fraud, and the Ten of Earth. This is the reason why, and these people have the audacity to be defensive, okay? To be trying to defend themselves and protect themselves. They're feeling like a sacrifice is needing to be made. Yeah, this is the reason why they're so hell-bent on getting some type of revenge on you. They figured if they get rid of you, then, you know, the fraud that they committed will go away. The theft of this sudden wealth will go away. And they won't have to give you what rightfully belongs to you. Spirit is saying, okay? Yeah, so I'm seeing justice here. There could have been some type of legal situation or legal matter here. These people manipulated the court system. They falsified information, documentation, Spirit is saying, in an effort to commit this fraud. Something could also have something to do with the wheel. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune here. Either life insurance policy, a will, or something like that, or what have you. Properties, estates, assets of some kind here. Spirit, clarify disturbance, revenge, and Hierophant. Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, this person is feeling very defensive, feeling like they need to defend themselves and protect themselves. Okay? Feeling very hostile. Okay? Feeling like a sacrifice is needing to be made. This is the reason why they want this revenge on you. Okay? So they can get away with this, committing this fraud. And the interesting thing is, if they were successful with sacrificing you, not only would that be, and trust and believe, they have sacrificed others. Because whatever this fraud is for this large amount of money, I guarantee you it comes from someone who passed away, who was likely sacrificed. So they want to sacrifice you, collective, and you best believe they plan to commit insurance fraud yet again to obtain some type of money off of your death if they were successful. These people are chained to the devil, Spirit is saying. They sold their soul to the devil. These people are in their south node, their dark side, their shadow side. The devil is all about materialism and greed, possessions, obsessions, addictions, control, manipulations, narcissism, bad habits, addictions, addictive patterns of behavior, toxicity. These people are chained to the devil. And this is the reason why they had no problem with ultimately betraying you, stabbing you in your back, being cruel to you, doing brutal things to you, trying to ruin you, end you. They had no problem with abusing you or neglecting you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Look at this, death. These people are collaborated together for the purposes of money. They're plotting, planning, and scheming. They're strategizing on how to create a man-made disaster to cause conflict and defeat in your life, to cause your death. That's what's going on here, collective. Because they desperately want to keep it covered up and hidden. One, that they're working together. Two, that they're working against you, and they have been doing all kind of toxic, abusive things towards you. Three, that they blood sacrifice people for money. Four, that they committed fraud, perjured themselves in a court of law. Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you. Five of Michael. That's the Five of Swords again. They are going to be dealing with conflict and defeat of their own. Okay? Because I feel like truth and clarity about this situation is coming out. Yeah, they're dealing with conflict and defeat of their own. They're desperately trying to keep what they have done to you, about this fraud, about other deaths, about how these people are premeditating your own death, collective. Okay? These people are facing imprisonment for what they have done. They're feeling stuck, restricted, unable to move or get out of a situation. They're trying to keep this covered up. They're in mental conflict about this fraud, about this large amount of wealth. Okay, about these legal situations, legal matters pertaining to this wealth. Spirit is saying they can't eat, they can't sleep, they can't think. Okay, they want revenge on you because they know you know the truth. The truth is out. The truth, the clarity. You have awareness and insights. This is the reason why they are so hostile. Why they want revenge on you. Well, they're trying to defend themselves and protect themselves, and they feel like a sacrifice needs to be made, which is you, because they know you know the truth. You could even be speaking the truth. Yeah. Look at all this air energy coming out here. Page of Michael is like the Page of Swords. This is like the Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords. There could even be gossip and rumors that is circulating about how your supposed family has abused you and neglected you. How they ultimately betrayed you and stabbed you in your back. How they were cruel to you and brutal to you and tried to ruin you and end you. Because they are chained to the devil. There is gossip and rumors that are circulating about this. How they have stalked you, harassed you, surveillanced you, and everything else that they have done to you, collective. Yeah. Yeah. Five of Raphael at the bottom of the deck. This is like the five of coins in the traditional tarot deck. These people neglected you, abandoned you, and left you out in the cold. Look real close at this imagery, guys. Okay? Now this is your angel over here. This is Archangel Raphael. Here you are. Okay? Here you are. And it's interesting because if you look at this picture, if you look up here, don't it look like she got a crown on her head? It's like you're a queen, collective. Depending on how old you are, it's like you're a queen or a princess. But that's really the light. This curtain is open and the light coming in from the window here. So when you first look at it, it look like there's a crown on her head here. But this is you, okay, collective. Whether you're masculine or feminine. But look down here, y'all. Y'all see all these gifts? They've been opened. You know how you open, people open gifts on Christmas Day, and they just tear the gifts open, and the wrapping paper is everywhere. Those gifts are open. These are the gifts that they stole from you, collective. And here you are standing here. But do you look real closely? These are all the gifts that they already stole from you, opened up and took for themselves. But you see how you standing here with nothing? You're standing here alone. And your hurt back is really half turned, but you're looking back. You see that gift sitting right there? It's only one gift there that is unopened, because all these other gifts, they already stole. They already took. They already opened your gifts and took them for themselves. This is the five of coins in the traditional tarot deck. The five of coins in the traditional tarot deck is you being neglected, abandoned, and left out in the cold. Rejected, alienated, left in turmoil and harsh conditions and financial ruins and loss, with the lack of support, the lack of help, the lack of stability and security and safety. Spirit says everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. So yeah, they stole these gifts from you, and they took them for themselves. They stole it. They took it. It's been gone. And look what's sticking up. Look what's sliding up. The will. You were left in someone's will, collective. You were left in someone's will, and you were left a large amount of abundance. Something was left for you in someone's will. And I'd be damned if they didn't try to steal that too, collective. This is the reason why the cover-up is going on. These people committed fraud. They perjured themselves in the courts of law. This is more than your family. You need to understand that this is more than your family involved in this. You have people in power and authority who call themselves being leaders and representatives, professionals, who went along with this crime. They indulged in this crime themselves. Local government to higher up government, the courts, the satanic powers that be, the supposed elites, they're all involved. Everybody know what is going on and what has been done to you. Nobody helped you. Nobody had your back. Nobody stood up for you. Nobody protected you. Nobody fought alongside of you. Nothing. Everybody around you know you're a target. Everybody around been playing their role. Everybody around been waiting for the staged event to occur and the word to go out and circulate that you were dead and gone. Everybody is aware that you are not only a target, but a sacrifice. And everybody is in on it. Fake, phony, fraudulent Christians, corrupt leaders and professionals in power, and the most wicked of them all. And they thought you was boo-boo the fool. They thought you didn't know no better. This is the reason why they want to shut you up so bad. There's a cover-up that's going on about this fraud and the revenge that they try to take out on you, as well as the abuse and neglect of you. There's a cover-up on all of this shit. and there's a fire sign. There's a lot of people involved here because, like I told you, a collaboration. You got this card here says collaboration. And you see all these people here? And then you got the Three of Pentacles here. So there's more than this fire sign involved here. But whoever this fire sign, and then look, you see the fire here? It came out under stubborn. Somebody is a fire sign. Okay? And remember the first card that came out about this fire sign, the Five of Wands. This person is jealous, envious, and intimidated by you because this wealth, this abundance belongs to you. And this bitch had the audacity to think that she can control you and your life and steal from you what rightfully belonged to you. Look at the flames here on this man-made disaster. This person is the ringleader, whoever this fire sign is, causing this natural disaster, offering you up as a sacrifice. So they selfish, greedy, materialistic, narcissistic ass could get paid. They come to kill, steal, and destroy. They're not no Christians. They're not no leaders. They're not no professionals. They're not righteous and upstanding. They're not no rulers or no masters. They're smooth fucking criminals. And a bitch can't fix their mouth to say nothing about you in no kind of way. And those of them who do, they just deflecting and they cover up of all the federal crimes that they have committed. Premeditated murder, cruel and unusual punishment, hate crimes, discrimination, racism, sexism, colorism, domestic terrorism, stalking, harassing, hacking, tracking, trying to whack you. They partook in it all. Illegal surveillance. It's the Eighth Amendment, isn't it, that speaks against cruel and unusual punishments. It may be the same amendment that also speaks against illegal surveillance and searches and seizures and all this other kinds of shit. Which means no matter how the fuck these people feel about you, they don't have no right. They're not justified in no way to illegally invade you in any kind of your privacy, your human rights, your civil rights, your constitutional rights, or any goddamn thing else. You cowards. Now you want to cover up the fact that y'all committed fraud. The fact that you enacted some type of revenge against somebody that likely ain't never did nothing but try to get you to love them. The fact that you have abused and neglected this person damn near to death, which is what you was wishing upon them. It took a whole scheme of teams for y'all to plot, plan, scheme, and strategize a man-made disaster good enough to cause chaos and conflict and plot twists in somebody's life while you was abusing them to cause their death. Collective, you need to be careful traveling. They're looking for the perfect opportunity. Now is not the time for you to be a thrill seeker. Any type of activity that is risque in any way, don't do it. They're going to take that opportunity to snuff you out. Be careful with traveling. In any mode of transportation. Okay? You can't trust these people no further. They can throw them. See, they didn't cause all this chaos and conflict in your life, but now they're dealing with chaos and conflict. They're dealing with conflict and defeat. Because they're facing imprisonment. Which is why they're in mental conflict. Why they're stressed and worried and depressed and dealing with anxiety and having sleepless nights. Because of the truth and the clarity is known as to what these people have done. Not only to you, but the fraud, the abuse, and everything else too. People hearing it through the grapevine. So all type of gossip and rumors is circulating, is going around. That's what's going on here, y'all. So I do hope that this is giving you all the truth and the clarity that you were seeking pertaining to a situation you may be dealing with, or pertaining to a situation y'all may know that someone else is dealing with. If you are cross-watching, honey, that's about all of my energy that I'm going to give these people today. Okay? Same shit, different day. Okay? But they're dealing with burdens and hardships. Okay? All these people who schemed up and teamed up and linked up in a co-covenant secret society for the purposes of money and worked against you. Okay? Because of some legal situation, legal matter that is going on. Now they're trying to defend themselves and protect themselves. But they chained to the devil. And that deal they made with the devil, guess nobody didn't tell them deals with the devil don't last. They were so jealous and envious and hateful and spiteful towards you, in competition with you, that they wanted retaliation, punishment, payback, or revenge on you. They did witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, voodoo on you. They abused you, neglected you, and everything, so that they can get their hands on this wealth, on this sudden wealth. That you were ultimately betrayed and stabbed in your back by fake, phony, fraudulent family, friends, lovers, strangers, neighbors, and some more motherfuckers in between. Excuse my language. Y'all think it's a game when it's really not. I went out there in the yard today to do some yard work because my landlord refused to, after they created that man-made disaster in my yard, that stuff is still out there. There's tree debris, everything, big old log stuff everywhere still. So I went out there, I bought a saw and all kind of stuff. I went out there with the saw and the rake and stuff and tried to get as much as I could, a little bit, and I started noticing things, y'all. Somebody been throwing, remember when I told y'all when it happened, it was done by spell work. There was no disastrous weather in this area for that to happen. That was done with spell work. And then I told y'all, remember how I told y'all right after that happened, the front porch collapsed? That's why it's open like that. I used to have a closed-in porch. Now it's open. That whole thing, structure thing fell down and all of that. Landlord refused to even send the people to clean that up, to fix it or anything. So I went out there in the yard and I think I'm gonna do a video of it tomorrow. I said, look at this shit here. It's so much shit out there that I didn't realize what, it was just a lot of shit that it looked so disgusting. I didn't realize what was all out there, y'all. And so I'm in the yard and I'm raking up stuff and I'm sawing down the limbs that I can saw down and tossing them in the trash thing or whatever. And I began to notice these big, huge bones. Somebody been throwing bones. And they scattered all over my yard. I'm talking about bones that look like this big. Like if I'm talking about the easiest way for me to explain to you how big these bones is, imagine eating a turkey leg. And after you ate that turkey leg, how long that bone is. It's probably about 5 of them in my yard that was scattered all over the place. And so I said, somebody been throwing bones. Okay? And they also have sacrificed several of my cats. Several of them. Because my oldest cat that I have, Diamond, that I've had, like, I've been taking care of her for years upon years, forever. She done had like so many babies. Her babies is having babies, and they bring them all to me. Well, it's a certain amount. Every time they have babies, it's a certain amount of them that end up coming up dead. Never fails. Okay, and they'll be just fine one day, and the next day they're dead, and just be left there on my porch and different shit like that, or what have you. So I kid you or not, my yard is literally a pet cemetery. Y'all remember years back when they killed my dog. And so even my dog is buried in the yard, okay? But every time I, one of the kittens or what have you, because it's so many of them, a lot of them are still outside, but I feed them all or whatever. They, they all drawn to me. They come to me or whatever. It's only certain ones that I allow in the house, like Diamond, that I take care of forever. And like she literally just had a litter of 6, and they still so teeny tiny small. They're in the house right now. They're in their little cage thing or what have you. But her kids had kids or what have you, and it was like way too many cats to have in the house at one time or what have you. So they have a cage and different things like that, but they're out front or whatever, and I take care of them too, what have you, one by one. It don't matter how many litters they have, they come up dead. So I have like several kittens that have died. That's even in I literally have a pet cemetery, okay? I've gone out there several times, and there are birds that are dead. I buried them too or whatever. I literally have a pet cemetery in my yard. But I went out there and there's these huge bones. I said, somebody been throwing bones, y'all. Okay? And I kid y'all not, y'all, they do spell work. These people, like, they hate on any and everything about me, okay? There's some kind of spell work. I'm not even sure what spell work it is exactly, but it has to do with my nails, okay? I could have been and just did my nails. They'll find some way for my nails to come up, for them to break, for them to crack, or something like that. Now, I do my own nails. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what kind of hating ass bitches is doing this? You know what I'm saying? Just because you go to the Asian folks and you paying $60, $70, $80, $90 to get your nails done, but I know how to do it. I'm talking about with the acrylic and everything. You know what I'm saying? And you sabotage my nails. Y'all, when I went outside today, there's still a huge log. You know where the tree that fell, it was so big. The root of the tree, huge log, it's still out there tilted over, huge. When I walked over there, on top of that log, y'all, were about 6 nails strategically lined up, and it's like that something is holding them all together because they wouldn't scatter it all out, sitting on top of that log, y'all. And I said, this is fucking spell work. And so I looked at the log, y'all, and somebody had literally taken a saw, and there's like somebody sawed a satanic symbol in the fucking tree log. I'm gonna do a video of it tomorrow and show y'all this shit. I said, this is fucking spell work. The bones scattered out or whatever, and see that tree tipping over with the roots are showing or whatever. That was from root work. That was done on me. Y'all, I have no reason to fucking lie. At the fuck off. They've been doing this shit to me for a very long time. Especially beauty spells, glamour spells, body spells. Right now they're doing gluttony spells and shit. They want me to, like, when I first started being targeted years and years ago, I lost about anywhere from like 60 to 80 pounds in 1 month. Okay? And like the spell work was so heavy, I was going days and days without eating or sleeping, and didn't even know I was sleepy or hungry. Okay? Until one day, and I was able to snap out of it or what have you. But I had lost so much weight, but at the time they were trying to make me lose drastic amounts of weight, and then doing some type of smear campaign on me, trying to tell people, oh, I was sick or I was dying or some shit like that or whatever, when I wasn't. And so when I snapped out and I came to, I ended up having to pick up the amount that I ate to get my weight back or what have you, because and like at the time when they started doing that, I was only like 175 pounds. Okay, I kid y'all not when I say I literally dropped down to probably about 100 pounds because of the spell work. Like, if I showed y'all those pictures of how bad that spell work, at the same time the spell work was so severe, y'all, my teeth was just started chipping off little bit by little bit, just chip all the way down till we get to the gum on some of my teeth or what have you, which I've gotten that fixed now, and it's like other work I gotta get done and receive now or whatever. So they were doing that. Like, they was doing spell work on me so severe. Okay, they started doing spell work. Like, I don't know who had a problem with my ass. I ain't never had the biggest ass in the world, but I ain't never really had a flat ass neither. Just because of the simple my body type or what have you. But somebody wanted me to have a flat ass, so they would like do spell work, like they were doing body spells and glamour spells and beauty spells and like attacking my appearance and different things like that or whatever, and it was like crazy. Still to this day they still do this shit or what have you. But there's other things that they do now, like even with having your hair, I would have globs and globs. Y'all, I have a bag, like a shopping bag. If I showed y'all how much hair, and I don't throw my hair away, because anybody get your hair or what have you, that's like all a motherfucker need. You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody doing spell work on you or whatever. But I literally have a bag that I have hidden, and every time, at one point in time, there was globs and globs of my hair coming out. Like I couldn't even run a comb through my hair without a huge glob of hair coming out. Brush my hair without a huge glob of hair coming out. Wash my hair, perm my hair, whatever, without huge globs of hair coming out or what have you. So like, this is the shit I've been, y'all need to understand, like I've been going through this shit for like years upon years. Like this didn't just start yesterday, last week, last month, last year, some shit. Okay, we're talking about more than a decade now. Because of what I've been through, technically I was cursed from fucking birth. They've been doing shit to me since I was born. Okay, but it wasn't until I went through my awakening and different shit like that or what have you. And it's interesting because it's like I went through my awakening, and like once I was awakened and began to speak truth and clarity, embrace my creativity, which I had never done before, because a lot of like talent, skills, and abilities that I had was like suppressed, like, you know what I'm saying, like all my life. But when I went through my awakening, I was being urged by spirit to just like embrace my creativity all of a sudden. And you know, it was like it wasn't like I just had creativity all of a sudden, or talent, skills, and ability all of a sudden. I had always had them. It was just always, you know, like hidden, suppressed. Like people that didn't know, like people closest to me would know, but I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, I was suppressed so much that I didn't have the nerve to put it on public display for other people to see, type of thing. Only the people closest to me would know any type of talent, skills, or abilities that I even had. People publicly wouldn't have known anything about it or what have you. So when I went through it's interesting because when I went through my awakening, when I awakened and I'm embracing my creativity and I'm speaking truth and clarity and I'm wide awake and I'm speaking out about things or whatever, that's when I started being targeted. Okay? So, and that's when they like started doing heavy, like targeting me and doing heavy spell work the fuck on me. You know what I'm saying? That's when everybody teamed up and linked up with one another. The fucking gloves was off and they went all in to fucking try to tie me down, drag me fucking to hell, and you know what I'm saying, and some more shit. And it's been like that ever since. So we're talking like more than a decade now. Okay, because according to the birth certificate that was given to me, I'm supposed to be like 41 years old right now. I could possibly be 2 years younger than what I am or what have you. But we're talking about, so my awakening, I started going through an awakening when I was like, according to that birth, okay, or you know, how old I'm supposed to be, okay. I would have been 28 when I started going through my awakening and different things like that or what have you. But if I'm 2 years younger, then it would have been like 26, okay? But either way it go, it doesn't really matter. So we're still talking about a decade, more than a decade, that they've been doing the shit they've been doing to me. With the targeting and the severe spell work and all this other kind of shit or what have you. And it's just like been like that every fucking since. And it's like always fucking something, okay? With, you know, sabotaging every aspect of my life and different things like that or what have you. But remember I told y'all years and years ago, remember when I told y'all I found the coin in my daughter's room with the satanic pentagram on it and shit like that or what have you? That had been left there. That had been given to her or whatever. This is when my daughter was like way young. She was in elementary school then. That's how long this has been going on. Okay? My daughter is in her last year of school now. Okay? So that goes to show how long this has been going on. Okay? But anyway, guys. So I was out there in the yard and I was seeing this stuff, and it was like, I'm seeing satanic symbols. That means, and then like the wood and stuff out there, the tree limbs and different things like that was out there. They did send some guys out or whatever, and they just like kind of chopped up the pieces that they chopped up and left out there. But what this means is that the persons that you sent here, somebody with a chainsaw, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all tomorrow when I record a video. I should have did it today, but I was focused on doing what I could do in the yard and different things like that or what have you. Somebody with a chainsaw carved that satanic symbol in that fucking tree, yo. I said, look at this shit here. And the nails, they were like lined up, like it was like 6 of them, and it looked like they were held together. I don't know, with like something, I don't know if it's like a rope, whatever it was, because I knocked it the fuck down and I buried it or what have you, to break, you know, whatever fucking spell that they had done to fuck with it or whatever. But they was like, we're not talking about nails scattered around. The tree bark limb that's out there is huge. Sitting perfectly on top of it was about 6. Imagine my fingers are nails. They were all lined up, straight in a line, all together. And these were long nails, like nails as long as my fucking finger long, all lined up in a straight row, and they were all tied together. They wasn't just loose, scattered around. They were all tied together. And something was wrapped around them to keep them all in a straight line like that, tied together. And it was sitting right there on top of that damn tree. And then somebody took a chainsaw, somebody with a chainsaw, carved that satanic fucking symbol in that fucking tree. And I'm looking at this shit and I'm raking the yard, and because there's so many limbs and different things out there, I couldn't see other shit that was like in the yard that had been thrown. Y'all, I found so many of those big bones. Somebody was throwing bones, okay? And throwing bones is spell work, okay? I can't fucking make it up. I didn't put it out there. I have no reason to come on here and lie to you. And y'all have to understand, people who do spell work, they use regular, everyday, average Joe stuff. There was other things that was out there as well that was supposed to have like subliminal meaning and message to it and different things like that. I'm gonna record a video. I left the shit out there. Some of the stuff that I was able to knock down or whatever, because I wouldn't touch it. Okay, anytime you see anything satanic or anything like that, especially if you identify with it, your spirit identify exactly what the fuck it is, do not touch it. Okay, get something to knock it down, bury it, but don't touch it with your actual physical hands, because that's where I made the fucking mistake or whatever when my daughter was younger, and because she has something called pica. So I didn't ever let her have anything like that or what have you. But, you know, she still was like way young, was a kid, and she was in that phase where, like, you know, and she like went to the park. I took her to the park like every day. So like, she loved the park back then, or just going outside and playing with her little toys and stuff. So she got in a phase where it's like, you know how kids do. They, you know, play in the grass and the dirt and the ground, and so she would find different little things or what have you. And then like, especially when like, you know, how I would collect the crystals and different things like that. At one point in time, my daughter, when she was way younger, she used to think every rock she seen was a crystal, and I had to explain it to her, whatever. So she would, every time we went outside or something like that, she would want to, you know, pick up different rocks and different little things. So certain things she was fine, and I would have to keep an eye on it because she had pica. You know what I'm saying? And so pica is basically where, you know, a person try to eat unedible things or what have you. For kids, it's usually like pencils, crayons, you know, chewing on their toys, like the plastic, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure some of y'all got kids and y'all got their dolls got chewed up feet and arms and legs and shit. Or but it just depends on the person. It could be anything. There's people with pica who eat hair, who eat paper, who you know, all kind of stuff. This is the reason why the toy companies stopped using like way back in the day, they used to use a real toxic type of paint on the toys and things like that or what have you, and like kids was getting sick like that, so they had to change up the you know, the things that they were using, the paints that they were using, because kids put things in their mouths, you know what I'm saying? Especially babies, all they do is drool and they play with stuff and they put it in their mouth. This is how, I guess, how they figure out what it is. But anyway, So when I seen it, I knew it was something that was an object that was not supposed to be in her room, and it was right at the foot of her door, like right in her doorway. And not thinking, I'm like, somebody walked through here and dropped some change or something, because it looked like it looked like a silver bow dollar. If y'all have ever seen a bow dollar is about probably about 2 or 3 times bigger than a quarter. Okay, but it's silver, just like any other loose change or what have you. But this was the size of a bow dollar. Okay, and it had satanic stuff on it. On one side of it was a satanic pentagram, and there was some other shit on there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, or what have you? And I threw it. But I fucked around and I picked it up. You know what I'm saying? And so, whatever curse or spell or whatever was on that shit, transfer it to me. And so, all hell broke loose the fuck after that. But anyway, I'm probably going to record a video and show y'all a real quick clipping of that tomorrow, because I was tripping. I went out there in that yard or whatever, and I'm like, it's no wonder the landlord hasn't come. But I'm gonna do what I can do to clean up my side or what have you. But at this point, I'm not really worried about it, because he's not going to be able to rent the other part of the property to any damn body with that yard looking like that, with the property being the way it is or what have you, because I feel like it's being left the way it is just to be an embarrassment to me, just to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, I'm living in a fucking dump, and this rundown, whatever. So it is what it is. Okay, it's all a part, like everybody's in on it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm only explaining this stuff to you to express to you how this shit goes, because there's a lot of things that people endure and go through from day to day, and you may assume that these are just random fucked up occurrences that are happening, and it's way deeper than that. And these people, they'll smile up in your face. You see, hey, how you doing? Smile up in your, and they the fucking wall. They know exactly what's going on with you. Chaos, tragic situations happen, problematic situation, and people sitting back watching. They know exactly why the shit is happening. And everybody watching, everybody looking, everybody gossiping, everybody whispering, everybody talking. Ain't nobody doing anything to help you or anything like that, though. But motherfuckers stay looking up in your face, though. They know exactly what's going on. But I hadn't even really paid attention, because there was so much shit out there, these huge limbs and all kinds of shit or whatever, that it was just a mess. So much of a mess to the point where it's just like everything's a fucking mess. So you just figure it, you know how you just kind of figure it all is the same of a mess, you know what I'm saying? And so I went out there in the yard, and I'm raking up stuff and chopping up some of these limbs and different things like that, and I'm actually looking at stuff. It's so many fucking bones out there. Okay? I'm like, somebody throwing bones and shit. Just all kinds of shit, just like things that should not be, that had to have been put there by a human, like how the nails was lined up. That's some satanic subliminal meaning to that. And I kid y'all not, like clockwork, they find some way to fuck up my nails. At one point in time, every time I got ready to leave the house, and y'all know I'm a hermit. Me and my daughter both, we introverts. We hermits. We be at home the majority of the time. We have a whole attitude when we gotta go somewhere. I got some business to handle or some shit like that. I kid y'all not, guys. I got to the point where I had to keep nail glue in my purse. Every time I would step foot out the door to go somewhere, a nail of mine would break. Or would come up in some type of way. I kid you not. Never fucking fail. Never fucking fail. It's spell work. Even those of you who don't have like acrylic nails or anything like that, if your fingernails are breaking off, if your toenails are breaking off even, it's spell work. They think I don't know this shit. It's a lot of things that I know that I don't discuss with you all. Until Spirit give me the go ahead to discuss with you all, because sometimes people need to hear these type of things. Because there's somebody who's enduring these things right now, and you don't know what it means, you don't know why it's happening, you just figure it's some, fucked up thing that you're dealing with today that's a random occurrence. It's not random. It's not random at all. It's not a coincidence. or anything like that. Just like the majority of you all who are targeted individuals, real targeted individuals, we know the date, the time, the place that we started being targeted. And every fucking thing that's been going on every day since. Because our lives abruptly changed and nothing was ever the same that once was. Okay, guys? So I'm going to wrap this reading up. I do hope that this gave y'all the truth and the clarity that you were seeking. Okay? There's a lot more that we could discuss, guys. Okay? But I don't want to make this too long for you all. For those of you who would like to contact me, you want to follow me on Instagram, or you would like to make a modest contribution to help the growth of the channel, you can find that information in the description box below. As always, guys, y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there's evil that is lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep. Watch surroundings in the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey, keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. You got a stubborn fire sign. There's a lot of people involved, but there is a stubborn, arrogant, selfish ass fire sign. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. This person is jealous, envious, and intimidated by you, in competition with you, want retaliation, punishment, payback, or revenge on you because they're a money hungry gold digger that is materialistic and greedy, and now they're dealing with burdens and hardships and problematic situations of their own. They're overworked, they're overwhelmed, they're overloaded because of all the shit that they have done here. And look at this card here. Some of y'all don't look at these cards here. It's subliminal meaning in these cards here. Look at all these burdens this person is carrying here. And it was all for this. Look at this. Don't that look like a big thing? That's gold here. Big box of gold here. This is what this person stole from you. But now this person is facing some type of burdens, hardships, and problematic situations, okay? Because they teamed up and linked up and schemed up with this group of individuals who collaborated together for the purposes of money, to steal this money from you. They perjured themselves. They lied in a court of law. They falsified information, documentation. They lied on you. They lied about you. Okay? And they went over and beyond to cause chaos and conflict in your life, but they're dealing with the chaos and the conflict. And these motherfuckers, guess what? They still plotting and planning and scheming how to premeditate your murder, your death, guys. Okay? But they're dealing with burdens and hardships now because they're dealing with conflict. They're dealing with conflict and defeat. Also, guys, be careful who you eat and drink from. Okay? Be careful of any type of gifts or anything that is being given to you or what have you. It's being cursed. Okay? You need to pray or meditate over anything that you consume that comes from, you know, other places and different things like that or what have you. You need to pray and meditate over anything, especially even those of you who have like you know, some type of hobby, or you work for yourself or something like that or what have you. Even donations or something like that you receive, for those of you all who have you know, that may be listening, who have platforms and different things like that or whatever, people acting like they want to pay for your services and different things or what have you. People they send people towards you on purpose. Okay? People will pay for your services and different things like that if you are somebody who is like in a position like that, got some type of service that you are offering, and what they're paying you, what they're sending you is cursed. Pray over yourself, pray over what you receive, pray over what you get. Okay? Be careful about eating out. They're trying to get people to drug you, to poison you. Okay? Be careful about drinking certain things, certain places, okay? Be careful about traveling. Be careful about, you know, teaming up and linking up and clicking up and hanging out with people. Be careful who you mix and mingle with. Be careful who you have sex with. You need to be careful of everything, because you can't trust these bitches no further than you can throw them. Period. You can't trust them at all. At all. Till the next time, guys. Peace. I am that I am, created in the image of God.